What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, guys. How y'all doing on this fine quarantine afternoon? Good? Okay. So, I have been seeing this coffee thing all over TikTok and social media and everywhere. So, I decided to give it a whack. Good. You know? So, I have already done one step, which is putting 2 tablespoons of sugar into the bowl. So you need 2 tablespoons, guys. And also, you need 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, okay? So the reason why people on TikTok have been failing, because they've been using ground coffee. That's what I was told. So for all my TikTok people who have been using ground coffee, you might want to try it again with instant coffee, okay? So I'm going to get as much coffee out of here as possible, because what happens is when you have coffee that you're not using, it tends not to want to come out the container no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to need a little bit more than that. So what I'm going to do is make sure we get the coffee, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to be very delicate how I open it. Okay. So I'm going to get some more coffee on up out of here. Now remember, like, for people who can't drink strong coffee, please note that the 2 tablespoons that you're going to be using is going to be enough for 2 servings. Because if you are not a coffee drinker, then it's going to be way too much for you. If you are not a coffee drinker, I'm just going to let you know now. So, my wife was in the background and she said you can try to caffeinate it, which I'm using right now. However, who the heck wanted caffeinated coffee? I'm just using it because it's what we got. Don't want the caffeinated coffee. We want all the jitters, right? All the caffeine. Well, in this video, you're not going to get all the caffeine. I'm sorry. So, after you take some water, I put some water in the cup, and you take 2 tablespoons of that. 1, 2, right? And then you get your blender or a whisk. I mean, y'all, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna fold you. I'm not whisking for 5 hours. Not doing it. So you take your blender, right? I'm gonna put it on low, just because I don't want this to splat everywhere. So you put it on low. All right. So I'm gonna put that down before I hurt somebody, mainly myself. So now you're gonna see that it's lighter than it was when I put it in the bowl. And it's almost like a mousse consistency. So like, you want it to be stiff, but you don't want it to be like so stiff that it's too thick and it won't break down. You just want it to be a nice like whipped consistency. Almost like Cool Whip. That's a good way to put it, right? So then, after that, my wife is gonna hand me a spoon because I didn't bring one over here. Because I didn't wife, because I didn't bring one over here. I'm gonna stay like this if she bring me the spoon. Oh, thank you. So now that I have a spoon, I'm just gonna go around the edges because I want to make sure I get as much as I can. And I'm going to take my cup and I'm gonna put some ice in it. You just need a little bit of ice. I mean, it's up to you, really. I only need a little bit of ice, so you know. Yeah, that's as much ice as I'm gonna use. Then I'm gonna take my milk. Some people like to put like condensed milk. That's fine. Some people like to put cinnamon. That's fine. Some people like to put flavor. That's fine. Go ahead and put it in there. Do your thing. But I'm gonna put a nice amount of milk because of the fact that I think this coffee is actually strong. And if y'all wondering what kind of milk I drink A2. This is not sponsored, but I drink A2. It's like so good, y'all. If you're a person who likes regular milk, but it kind of is harsh on your stomach, it's the plug. Same thing with my coffee creamer, A2. You know, take a little bit of coffee creamer that's vanilla flavored. Yeah, vanilla, right? Yeah. And I pour a little bit of that in there, just so that it can have a little flavor. Actually, I'm gonna pour a little bit more, just so I can have a little flavoring. Set that back down. Now I'm gonna take my whipped coffee and I'm just gonna put it on top. You can make as pretty as you want it to be. You can put as much as you want to. You can do whatever you like, honestly. You can put some candy on top, like some coffee candy or some chocolate chips, or however you like. Because it's running in macchiato, so you can put whatever you want in it, like as if it's a macchiato, right? I'm going to use a little bit less, probably than most people, because, like I said, to me, this is enough for 2 servings, because I find it to be very strong when I put too much of in it. So maybe like a serving and a half, because I actually put a lot in there. So you'll have a little bit left over. I'm going to put that to the side. And there you have it. Nicely whipped on top. And then you just mix it. Mix it on in. Get creative. It's your coffee. Do what you wish with it, but I'm going to mix mine on in. And I'm going to tell y'all how it's tasting, because for me, I feel like I'm a coffee drinker to a certain extent. And that extent is when it's so bitter that I can't keep drinking it. And I don't like something that's too sweet either. So for me, I feel like it's a stretch for me to be trying coffee stuff, It's still strong. It's strong as a mug. But if you like strong, that's fine. Yeah. I think if you're not a coffee drinker, actually, I'm gonna use more of this. If you're not a coffee drinker, you should probably definitely remember that the 2 tablespoons can equivalent to 2 servings. Because, I mean, maybe I just don't like it strong. I don't know. But I'm more of a sweet type of gal, but not too sweet. And I already put 2 tablespoons of sugar in this, so I feel like if I put any more sugar, I'm gonna have diabetes. I mean, I might be over exaggerating, but I think adding the extra creamer helped out a little bit. But y'all, it's so like maybe it's also can be the coffee, because I am a dark roast type of girl when I'm drinking regular coffee. So most of my coffee is not medium body, just full body, like wine, like me. No, I don't know. So I am probably gonna put more milk in here. And that's how you make this coffee. Yeah, it's still strong. And my wife is acting like a crazy person behind the camera. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. So yeah, guys, you can try this at home or not. If you're not a coffee drinker, maybe they should come up with, I should come up with something for people who like tea, because not everybody drinks coffee. So that's my public service, and I can't even talk, public service announcement. So, while I partake in this, you guys have a great day on this quarantine, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.